Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Prompt Engineering for Backend Engineers. In this section, we will learn about how to talk to ChatGPT like a senior engineer, clear, precise, and realistic. Get minimal compilable instead code instead of walls of junk. Use a few prompts for refactoring, explaining, and reviewing code. Know where ChatGPT can be wrong and protect and how to protect themselves. Okay, so suppose you just ask, don't ask, make my life perfect. It doesn't make a good sense. Ask one clear thing. Build me microservice architecture with all best practices. Okay, so suppose I give this prompt to the chat GPT and let's see what happens. Will we get something? I recreate, I resend the request. Earlier I was using bit advanced model. Okay, so it is a microservice architecture, client, API, gateway, microservice, database, observability. Okay, it's too much. Okay, I'm getting all the information, communication pattern. It could be REST, gRPC, okay, data per service. So I got too much information. Okay, and it will not get me the right thing which I really need. Now I enter another prompt. Generate a minimal Spring Boot REST controller with get health endpoint. Let's see what happens then. Okay, now I got some code that is a Spring Boot REST controller code with some get mapping. Okay. And yeah, if I paste this code, it will work, especially in Spring Boot application. Okay. So here I specified what I needed. So I got what I needed. If I mention it like this, build me a microservice architecture, which microservice framework it will use, which programming language it will use, it doesn't know. I have been using the Java Spring Boot, that's why my ChatGPT knows it well. That I am Java, I need Java Spring Boot microservice. But if you are using very new, then it's better to specify it, give the context. Okay, give it a role and situation. Okay, explain opening line. You are helping me as a backend Java engineer working on a Spring Boot 3 app. Okay, so it will give the context to the chat GPT. Always include context that teammate would need. Language, framework, as I mentioned, which version, what you already have, and what you want as output. So these context will certainly help ChatGPT to understand your issue, and then ChatGPT will reply you according to best of your needs. Okay, example between a bad versus good prompt. So now I enter write a login API. Okay, I am getting this answer because I'm already using, as I mentioned, that I'm already using Java Spring Boot, even though it's not so bad. But if I write it like this, if I let's enter this thing here, what happened? Okay, so this is the ChatGPT which I'm not using. See, it doesn't know which programming language I'm working, what I exactly need, and you see, it is giving me reply in Node.js. Okay, because it doesn't know whether I prefer Java, Go, Python, or some other programming language. Now I give it a context. Okay, so you are helping me as a backend Java engineer. I have Spring Boot 3 application using Java 21 and Spring Security. I need minimal example of REST endpoint login that accepts JSON username password called dummy authentication service and return 200 or 401. Please provide only controller class, no explanation. Okay, now I replace this prompt with this prompt. And I have to replace this thing because this is just copied. Okay, I got a controller class with post mapping. Okay, there's an authenticate method. And yes, this is what I needed. So clear and so precise. And why I'm getting such a nice answer? Because I gave correct context. Okay, so providing correct context will make your prompt a good prompt and it leads to a good answer. Here's a small exercise. Ask them to vague prompt they have used in the past, rewrite it with this. Okay, so no, no, not this one, sorry. Here. Role Java engineer, Java Spring Boot. Now I enter some, okay, login. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Okay, exact file. I want to optimize this file. Mhm. So I took part of the first prompt Okay. You are helping me as a backend Java engineer. I have Spring Boot is experience. Role is Java engineer tech stack. What to exclude? So I provided some context. You are helping me as a Java engineer. I have Spring Boot, the application, role Java engineer, technology Java, Spring Boot, file code. Okay, write a unit test for the following code. Okay, so now it is probably writing me a unit test. So I'll just copy this code and check whether it is compilable or not. Meal prep test, image prep test will be image prep test. Okay, so I did not included some imported some classes. Let's see if I import them. Okay, so now this code is compilable. That's what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, if you provide your prompt with this kind of structure, you will certainly have a better output. Okay, you can try this kind of prompt in your some other prompts which you might have applied to ChatGPT, and you will certainly see the difference. I'll go to the second slide. Okay, this one.